And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the grand finals of ESL Open Cup Europe 213. Oh my god, it's been a long broadcast. Already 5 hours in, looking to go all the way to 6. And we're here for the finals of the best of 5. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Radisson Station, we have our Danish Protoss player, the best Protoss in all of Denmark. Denmark? I mean, true. But in all of Europe, representing Sidestorm Gaming, it is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Zerg player representing Shopify Rebellion. Oh, he's been working his way through. He's been fighting his way through the bracket, and he has made it. It is Lambo. Here we go, and I'm shocked to see that Radisson Station has been chosen. We have found ourselves in a very interesting map here, the most vetoed map in the map pool for the first time all week. We're going to be casting on it, and the question becomes, what do our players have in store for us? So far, Hashcast pool standard open out of Lambo. Very often we see players rush into greed. We have seen Lambo play on this map before. If you remember, it was a couple of months ago, we casted Lambo versus MaxPax, actually. It's a rematch. We casted them in WTL, in World Team League, and Lambo, he had a Nidus Swarmhost based all-in or based playstyle here on Radisson Station. Lambo, he actually took the gold. He took the gold, and with the Nidus, he was actually just sending Locust Wave after Locust Wave here towards the bases of MaxPax, and MaxPax somehow survived. He held on to his third, held on to his natural, got a fourth up and running, got into Skytoss, and MaxPax, he shut down the gold, he shut down the Nidus with Tempest, and MaxPax turned it on its head and took the win over Lambo. It was a really creative build. It was a really cool build from Lambo, where he was, again, going for a Swarmhost Nidus and trying to kill MaxPax very quickly. He went all in. He even took the golds, but didn't work out in the end, didn't quite come to fruition, and MaxPax, he did MaxPax things. He survived, as he always does. So I'm getting deja vu, but I'm sure we have a different specialized build here from Lambo. My eyes are on our Zerg player to see what he does. Meanwhile, MaxPax going for a gate expand into Cybercore into a Stargate. Gonna be a Stargate opener out of MaxPax. Behind this, Lings are amassing for Lambo. Actually, an abundance of Lings, and we're rushing into a fast lair. A very fast lair. Sub 3-minute lair timing from Lambo. I'm feeling Nidus. This could be a Ling Queen Nidus all-in. This could be Dropper Lords. This Overlord here, we could morph it into a Dropper Lord and drop units into the pocket base. That's also possible. That's also viable. We'll see how many gases are taken. Typically, a second gas is taken for a Nidus Worm. Meanwhile, it's going to be a Stargate opener. It is not going to be Oracle, it's going to be Void Ray. Void Ray first. That's really good. Honestly, with a Void Ray opener, we can shut down the Overlords. We can shut down, hunt down these Overlords, deny any vision for a Nidus or Dropper Lord play. Lair is about to finish. Lings and Queens are amassing. It feels like a Nidus Worm. It looks like a Nidus Worm. But again, we'll see. Again, we still are only on one gas. I don't know if we have enough resources for it. The Overlord getting further into the natural base. There it is. Nidus is on the way. But this Void Ray is going across the map. Never mind. I assumed that the Void Ray would be hunting down Overlords nearby. I assumed that we'd be hunting down this Overlord specifically. But we're going across the map. We catch out some of these Lings. And Lambo is going for a hidden Nidus into the main base of MaxPax. And MaxPax has no idea. He's working on a third. He's working on a third base. What does MaxPax have as an army? He has 2 Adepts, 1 Void Ray, and 1 Oracle. That is his army. And Lambo, he's coming in. He's going to be catching MaxPax off guard, out of position. Lings, they get us around. They shut down 1 Adept. Nidus is on the way. Not in the main, but at the third. Shield batteries are being thrown down. MaxPax now realizes what's going on. He does confirm the lack of third base. Void Rays in the main. We shut down the Nidus. One of them, but the other does get up. This third base is going to be denied, but we need more than just a third. We need to keep on pushing. We need to keep on pushing towards the natural. Void Ray shutting down the Overlord. Queens are waddling in towards that natural as well. Shield batteries are finishing. Uh-oh. Shield batteries are finishing. We have oracles in position as well. Void Ray from behind, and are we going to turn around? No, we can't turn around. We can't. No, there's no shot. We cannot turn around from here. Second Nidus on the way to reinforce on the front lines. Lings, they do get into the mineral line. The oracles are going ham. The oracles, they're shutting down these Lings, and the base is going to be full. Sorry, the Nidus is going to be falling. And MaxPax is holding. He's holding. He's just completely shutting this down. Again, Lambo is completely all in, and it's not going well for him. Does get a couple of workers. Shield batteries are out of energy. That is true. Void Rays, they focus on what they can. Really particular micro here out of MaxPax, pulling back those Void Rays. Forcing out a transfuse. And again, MaxPax, he's trading so damn well. Look at the trades. He's lost one adept. One adept has fallen. We pop the overcharge as well. We clean this up. One adept for 60 Lings. That's how efficient MaxPax has been. GG gets called. He loses one army unit, and MaxPax takes a 1-0 lead. GG. GG, well played. A solid game there from MaxPax. Does take game number 1. A very nice defense. And now we're getting ready for game number 2. We're getting ready here for the second game, and that was a rough moment for Lambo. Again, I kind of wish that the first Nidus was in the main, not in the third. We were talking about it at the time, but really the third base was working for MaxPax. Sure, it went down, but it was buying so much time. It was buying so much time for our Danish Protoss. And he was able to shut down his opponent. Was able to hold, was able to survive. And does take it in the end. Was able to survive as he does best. And now we're getting into game 2 on Alkyone. Lambo, for those that are aware, for those that are curious, he does have a flight soon. Apparently, he does have a flight at 6 a.m. in the morning tomorrow. So, oh boy. We may see some more aggression. We may see some more all-ins. And here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Alkyone. We have the blue Zerg player from the land of Germany representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Lambo. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss. From the land of Denmark representing Psystorm Gaming, it is MaxPax. Here we go. MaxPax versus Lambo. Again, I do approve of the all-in overall from Lambo. I mean, things were going well. Remember, the Nidus wasn't scouted. The first Nidus did get up and running, but killing the third didn't matter. That's the reality. The reality is that the third base did not matter at the time. It was about the natural and the main, and Lambo, he didn't really deal any critical damage. MaxPax with a cool, calm, and collected head defended beautifully. And with that, we're getting into game 2. From here, Lambo rushing into more aggression. He will be taking the goal base as his natural. Bold move here out of Lambo. Not the first time we've seen this. Alazer, the Polish Zerg player, he's very fond of this build. Likewise, so is Dark. Dark, though, he takes the gold on this side of the wall, not on the right-hand side, just to be a little bit faster, just to be more aggressive, and a little bit more defendable as well. So we have seen this quite often. And we'll see how MaxPax does respond. We'll see how he does react. But now, going for his gate expand. Standard opener from our Protoss player. Likewise, Lambo so far has been unscouted, I believe. Yeah, MaxPax, he hasn't checked. He hasn't seen the gold. Not aware of what's been going on. Not yet, but I'm sure he will be checking momentarily. He does confirm the lack of expansion. And the probe is making its way back home, actually. We don't check the gold. We may be assuming. We may just be assuming that it has been taken. It's possible that these two have quite a bit of history, and he's just aware that the gold is under control of Lambo. And there we go, we do confirm. Adept comes in, and we get eyes on the base. Lambo fully aware. I mean, MaxPax fully aware. And the goal here is going to be to punish this gold if at all possible. Now, we don't have to punish the gold base specifically. We could try to harass the main instead and force Lambo to split up his units, to split up his defenses, and try and defend both locations at once. We can try and pull apart Lambo. As we do get a drone. Do get a worker. We deny a lot of mining time as well. MaxPax doesn't commit to the shade. And he gets punished for it. We get one. We get two adepts. We get one, I should say. We're barely the other. Two adepts do go down. Lambo behind this, working towards his gateway. Building up onto his Oracle. And again, the Oracle harass is going to be paramount here. Interesting. We're going Oracle into Void Ray. This feels like potentially Sky Toss. Before we get ahead of ourselves, the Lings, they do go for a big counterattack. Adept does shade onto the other side of the wall. Good defense here out of MaxPax. Doesn't turn around with the Oracle. There is no Spore, but there are two Queens. We get one, we get two, we get three drones before pulling back. Now, this Void Ray is going to be hunting down the Overlords. It's going to be denying vision from Lambo. And MaxPax, from this point, can go into a couple of different directions. He can go into Glaive Adepts or Sky Toss. Or a standard game. And do you see what I see? I see a Twilight Council, I see a Gateway Explosion. This should be Glaive Adepts from MaxPax. Should be Glaives from our Red Protoss. Do have 4 Gateways. Third base being taken. And we'll see if Lambo can survive. We'll see if he can defend. We'll see if he can make it out. As the Void Ray does fly a little bit too close to the sun, is going to have to back off. Roach Warren in production. Lambo, thankfully with this Roach Warren, it is a little bit early, but it needs to be early here to defend against the Adepts. Glaives is being researched. As we mentioned, this is a very common follow-up to a Void Ray, just because we can hide the tech, of course. So it is going to be 4 Gate Glaives. And the goal is to bounce between the bases, is to deal some critical damage. We get an Overlord. Oracle rotates towards the main, getting even more drones. Oh my god. This one Oracle has 7 worker kills, has 9 drone kills in total. Not too bad. But this needs to get damage done for MaxPax. If this fails to get economic damage, then Lambo will get out of hand. He will get out of control. MaxPax will fall behind, as this is going to be delaying Blink, +1, Saturation at the 3rd, Tech into Immortals. Our hopes and dreams are in these Adepts, as we are shading across the map. Here we go, Adepts moving out. We have DTs behind. Oh my god. We have DTs behind this as well, just doubling down on the aggression. Glaive Adepts alongside Dark Templar. Roaches are amassing. Queens were in the middle of moving out across the map, and the Adepts, they shade into the mineral lines. They shade into the main, they shade into the natural. Drones are somewhat going down. We at least take control of the main. And we clean up all the Lings. Roaches are massing. We are minimizing losses. We catch the Adepts. Very nice catch here from Lambo. He cleans up the Adepts in between the bases. This is not enough damage. We killed 2 workers. That is it. And Lambo is going for an all-in. We have Queens waddling across the map. We have Pneumatized Carapace on the way. This is for Dropper Lords. And there we go. The Overlords are being sent out to spread creep. We are all in. And can we survive this? Can we defend? Again, the lair is done. Detection is available. There are going to be Dark Templar to hold. And you can see here MaxPax is getting ready for the defense. Shield batteries, shield batteries, cannons, stasis traps. Overcharge is available. Blink is delayed because of the Glaives. And the Glaive Adepts, they did not pay off. They did not pay off here, as Lambert, he does push towards the bases, baits out a stasis trap as well, collapses onto the 3rd. And there may just be too much. Again, MaxPax, the numbers are working against him. Overseers on the way. DTs are getting damage done, but there are so many Overseers available. Clutch Transfuse keeps them alive as well. Yeah, we have detection. DTs are not going to be good enough. Not anymore. Whilst they connect with the cannons, they connect with the Archons as well, and it looks like Lambo, he will break the third. At least the third base. Oh, again, the Vials, they connect with the Stalkers. Void Ray goes down as well to the Queens. And we're just running out of energy. We're running out of units. MaxPax running out of room. And with the death of this third base, we could either drone up behind this or go straight for the natural. Lambo, he has options. He has options right now. Drones did end up falling across the map. That is true. A lot of workers did go down. The Stalker army is amassing. We're getting on top of the Queens. MaxPax, he may lose his third base. But he is gaining value here. Ooh, trying to at least. Tries to pick up the Queens. Wild's going to be connecting. That blink is now done for MaxPax. But it may just be too little too late. The slab port's going to go down. It is exposed. And Lambo, again, he just has far too much here. Forcing his way in. Still not droning, by the way. Still all in. Refusing to saturate his mineral lines. That may hurt him, though. We're running out of lings. Again, Lambo doesn't really have another way out of this. It's all or nothing. As he does get a kill on that gateway. Oracle's going ham across the map. Blink Stalker's doing what they can. So far, it's been an impressive hold here from MaxPax. Going for another warp in. Does have the overcharge. No shot. He's getting on top of the Ravagers. No shot. He lost his third base, but it doesn't even matter. He's getting on top of the Ravagers. Very efficient trades here by MaxPax. The Stalker army is getting out of control, and Lambo, he's losing steam. He's losing control of this game. He's losing far too much. And his economy is crippled. He lost far too many workers across the map. GG gets called. Lambo, the all-in fails. MaxPax, he holds, and MaxPax, he takes a 2-0 lead. No shot. GG. Things were going well. Things were going well for Lambo. He killed the third base, but I guess it's a similar story to game one. Remember, in game one, MaxPax also lost the third. He lost his third base on Radisson Station, but it doesn't matter when your opponent is all in. When your opponent is that committed, you need to do more than kill the third. You need to break the natural, and MaxPax knew that, and he traded so well. He traded so efficiently to the last, getting as much value as he could out of those units. And yeah, he was able to turn it around. I'm pretty shocked. I'm pretty shocked, pretty surprised there. But MaxPax, again, just using his buildings as a resource, using his third base as a resource to buy as much time as possible, to wait for Blink, to wait for +1. Honestly, MaxPax shouldn't have won that game. With a failed Glaive Adept push like that, remember, he killed 2 drones. That's all he got. He got 2 workers with those Adepts. That should have been game. That should have been it. Like Lambo did everything correctly. Lambo, he did everything well. He shut down the Adepts. He went for a counterattack. He went all in. He should have won. Anyone else, and I'm sure they would have fallen. But again, MaxPax is the best Protoss in Europe for a reason, and he somehow survives. And now he's on match point and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Hardlead. We have the German Zerg player. The Blue Zerg, representing Shopify Rebellion down in this series. He has to fight back here and now. It is Lambo. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Danish Protoss player, the best Protoss in all of Europe. The red Protoss player representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. Oh my god. Here it is, game 3, potentially the final game of the series and the final game of the tournament. It could all end here. I hope it doesn't. I wish the best of luck to Lambo. I hope that we can make a series out of this to fight back and to somehow claw our way back in and force an ace match. That's the ideal, but that was soul crushing. Like things were going so well for Lambo. The stars were aligning. The stars were aligning. He was getting away with his goal base. He was able to shut down the adepts. Did lose a lot of drones in the process, but he was breaking MaxPax. It was happening until it wasn't. Until it wasn't. And I hope the Lambo hasn't lost too much motivation there. I hope he still has that fighting spirit. I hope that we can bring this back. Here we go. As Lambo is forced to take the unnatural natural, expanding at a bit of a more awkward position. Going for a hatch gas pull. Meanwhile, MaxPax behind this, going for a gate expand into the cyber core. Here we go. It is going to be a standard opener into our tech of choice. It's going to be a Stargate. Stargate played at MaxPax. I mean, again, MaxPax, he hasn't deviated. We have had some very standard builds out of MaxPax. Of course, he spiced it up last game, but that was only because of the gold. Only because of Lambo's goal base did he go into the Glaive Adepts, which didn't quite work out. But overall, Stargate into Oracle, into a third. It's what we've seen game after game after game. So I'm assuming we're going to see the same. Meanwhile, as we load into hard lead, we can talk about the map. Again, this is a very short rush distance by ground. The shortest rush distance map in the entire map pool. If Lambo were to go for a 2-base all-in, this would be the map to do it on. To cut workers at like 50, maybe 55 drones, work towards roaches, a queen walk across the map. Very common on hard lead. We'll see if we do go for it. Adepts, they shade in between the bases. They pick off a couple of lings. MaxPax just looking for more damage. So far, just keeping tabs here on the economy, on the saturation from Lambo. Pretty important. Yeah, we need to make sure that Lambo is droning. As the Oracle does get across the map, we do have a second Oracle on the way, soon to be a third. A third base and a third Oracle as well. As the Spore is not quite done, only one Queen in position, 3 drones go down. Very nice pickoffs here from MaxPax. Denying mining here at the third base, even getting a bit of hull damage or a bit of significant damage here on the hatchery. But the Adepts are going to be shut down. Yeah, one Adept will fall and so will the second, just barely. Meanwhile, behind this, MaxPax is getting his third base up and running. His third is exposed, but there's that warping of Adepts, making sure he's safe. Third Oracle's on the way. We go back in. We pick off even more drones. Oh my god! 5 workers go down. We get a 6th even. Roach Warren's on the way. Very early Roach Warren. Big scout here from MaxPax. To throw down a Roach Warren, this was around 4-minute 30, 4-minute 20. Is very suspect, especially against the Stargate opener. There is no reason to throw down a Roach Warren. This looks like an all-in. Looks like an all-in from Lambo. The problem here is that MaxPax knows. Like, he saw the Roach Warren. He knows how early it is, and he's getting ready. He should be getting ready back at home. Yeah, the Queens are waddling across the map. Lings are amassing. Roaches are pushing. Lambo is going for one big all-in. As we mentioned, hard lead is very common for this. It is very popular to go all-in. Very trendy. Very mainstream, if you want to put it that way. And Lambo, he's one to go with the mainstream as we're sending everything across the map. Lings, they collapse on the Adepts. But MaxPax, he's trading so well against this. Does confirm the Roaches. And saying that, Roaches are moving out. And what do we have at home to defend? We have one shield battery on the way. We recall back home. Turning back around with our army. Queens, they have arrived. No creep, though. No transfuse. And this is a late reaction out of MaxPax. He goes for a Dark Shrine as a reaction here. There is no lair. A Dark Shrine will end the game. But he needs time. And we're breaking in. Yeah, MaxPax is being caught with his pants down. He saturated his third. A little bit too greedy from him. And Lambo, can we finally break through? Can we finally pull off this all-in? Can we break the natural? If we can, that's going to be game. And we depower the gateways, one of them at least. And Roach is focusing down that cyber core. Now remember, this Dark Shrine, with DTs, there's no detection. Zero detection, zero lair, zero way to deal with Dark Templar. We just need to buy time. Massive Bile does connect. Boys are being pulled. Lings are going down. We have the overcharge. We do have the overcharge, but it's not going to be good enough. The Stalkers are falling, and it looks like Lambo has finally done it. He breaks on through. He shuts down the natural. Now, all these workers don't matter too much. MaxPax still has another base up and running. He still has full saturation. And DTs are on the way. No shot. Does he defend? He defends! The Dark Templar, they warp in. There's no answer. We can swipe away at the roaches. We kill the Nexus, but that doesn't matter. The Nexus does not matter here. We still have an economic lead. And Lambo, he has to race back home, and he will lose all his queens. He's going to try and push towards the third base, but this may be a mistake. As the DTs, they're going ham. Now, behind this, Lambo is droning. He's going to try and transition out of this. But he's bleeding out a lot of units. And MaxPax is still ahead. Fun fact, he is still ahead in economy, still ahead in workers. So many roaches going down. We do see Lambo avoiding the main army, going for potentially a Ling counterattack, but we have oracles to defend. Got plenty of oracles. Big swipes here on the Lings. Lambo, he's got spores back at home in the main and the natural in the third base as well, so he has detection available. We're going to be getting into a longer game. Lambo is droning and MaxPax is recovering. We still have Dark Templar threatening the bases. Does deny the would-be fourth. Lambo still building up towards his lair, which means he has no mobile detection. He soon will. He soon will. As another fourth base is denied. Lambo just being perpetually contained to 3 bases. And how many oracles do we have? We have 5 oracles. My god. We can dive on the queens. We get 1. 1 queen goes down. We get into the natural. No queens in position. So go for a bit of a run by, and we do get even more of those drones. 6 workers go down. MaxPax maintaining his economic lead. Does maintain that lead. From here, Lambo, you can see he's taking up into Hydra's. Bold move. It's quite an expensive tech choice. Quite an expensive transition from Lambo. And Lambo, the question becomes, do we drone off from here? Do we try to saturate the fourth, or do we go for an all-in? We do have a pretty strong timing with +1 range. Yeah, we're going for an all-in. Okay, so it's going to be a secondary all-in from Lambo. He's amassing roaches and hydras alongside lings. His timing is going to be hitting with +1 range. It's going to be +1 range alongside roach speed and hydra range as well. Lambo is getting ready for his push. Meanwhile, MaxPax, does he get a read on this? So far, he hasn't. He does deny the fourth. But the fourth doesn't matter. Ooh, as we are engaging a little bit prematurely here. Force fields are thrown down. We clean up the links, but the hydras are breaking through. MaxPax, yeah, being a little bit greedy here. He does try to take a fourth base. Not going to happen. The Zealot run by does deny mining here at the third. And Lambo, he races back home. But Lambo, he hasn't droned. He hasn't made a worker in quite some time. He's cutting workers at 64. That is 3 base saturation. And Lambo is still amassing nothing but roaches and hydras. Again, fully all in. Lambo, what do we have at home to defend? We have a couple of shield batteries, overcharge. We have a second robo double immortal production on the way. But it's going to take a while. It's going to take some time to get into Colossus and Disruptors. So there's a window. There's a window. Before these robos can really get underway, before the production can get going, Lambo can end the game. And here we go. He is pushing in. So far, he is deflected. Trying to drag MaxPax out of position. Lings are amassing. Zealot run by once again distracting Lambo, forcing him back home. Ay, buying so much time here, and that means the Robos are up. Colossi are on the way. The Colossi will spell the end of this push. MaxPax even getting a 4th base up running. Unnecessary, but it's on the way. He's already up in economy. He's going to get further ahead in economy as well. Lambo, though, he has maxed out. Does take a stasis to the face. Another stasis does get baited. We have 1 stasis remaining here. Does trigger on only a single Roach. We are pushing in. Disruptors are on the way. The first Nova will connect. Big connection. Massive connection on the army. Hydras and Ravagers go down. But we're trying to camp the production. Another Nova. Another Nova goes off. The splits are not there. We depower one of the Robos. But it looks like there's just too much Protoss. We're breaking on through. Too many Novas to the face here. And Lambo, his army is crumbling. Yeah, and MaxPax knows it. GG gets called. We dive on the army. And MaxPax will take the series 3-0. MaxPax becoming this week's ESL Open Cup Europe champion. GG. That's the wrong button. Hold on. GG, well played. MaxPax with his defensive prowess. He survives the non-stop all-ins out of Lambo. Game 1, it was a Nidus, it was a 2-base Nidus all-in. Game number 2, it was a Queen Walk across the map with, of course, a Creep Highway as well. That was on Alcyone off of the goal base. And here in Game 3, it was a Ling Queen Roach all-in, a Hatch Tech all-in. And specifically, because it was a Hatch Tech all-in, what do you lack? You lack a lair. What does that mean? No detection. So MaxPax, he knew his win condition was the Dark Shrine. That's why he went Dark Shrine in Game 1. In Game number 1, he didn't see the lair. Sorry, game number 2. I saw someone asking in the chat, like, why did we go for a Dark Shrine? Just like what we saw in Game 3. We assumed that it was going to be a hashtag all-in. MaxPax was not aware of the lair in Game number 2 on Alcyone. And you can see why DTs are so powerful defensively, because if you don't have an Overseer, then you just defend. You just swat away the army, you end the all-in, and you survive. And that's exactly what happened here in Game 3. It's what he tried to pull off in Game 2. I mean, he survived anyway in Game number 2. Did survive anyway. And just a solid defense there from MaxPax, showing why he's the best that Europe has to offer when it comes to Protoss players. Very well done. Very solid performance here. GG, well played. My condolences to Lambo, but he did do well making it this far. He had a great series against Hero Marine, against Big Gabe, and may have fallen here against MaxPax, but, you know, he still had a deep run nonetheless. And I look forward to seeing more of Lambo during the week. Again, over the week, we do have IEM. IEM Katowice is a couple of days away, and a lot of players, the best players from around the world, are traveling and heading over to that event to face off against each other to determine who is the best of the best. Be sure to be there, to be a part of that tournament, to be a part of IEM. It's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful. GG. GG, well played. Hope everyone had a great time. Hope everyone enjoyed themselves. It was a bit of a long tournament, almost 6 hours. Almost 6 hours long. But we made it. We did make it here to the end. And yeah, hope everyone had a great time. Hope everyone will be enjoying IEM as well. Again, IEM, I believe, is 2 days away. We're wrapping up on Monday, and IEM starts on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Thursday is IEM Katowice. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday. 4 days straight of StarCraft action, of IEM coming at you this week. Be sure to be a part of it. Be sure to tune in. I know I will. I know I will. And, yeah, with that, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for the support. We do appreciate it. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. I say that a lot of people are streaming Stormgate. I know the Stormgate beta is open, so bear that in mind. Keep an eye out for that Stormgate beta. And we'll see as... Oh, God. So do check it out. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Unfortunately, I believe the Stormgate beta is actually live during IEM Katowice, so not ideal, but regardless, that is available to you if you so wish. Otherwise, I'm just looking for someone that's not streaming Stormgate, that's streaming StarCraft. We'll find someone. We'll find someone, I'm sure. So yeah, hope you guys have a great weekend. Have a great week and have a great weekend full of StarCraft. Our next broadcast is gonna be in how long? 12, 13, 14 hours. In 14 hours time, we're gonna be live here once again on the CranKy Ducklings with the Club NV X Duckling Showdown. It is going to be upon us. It is going to be right around the corner here in 14 hours. So make sure you're there. Make sure you're a part of it. Basically, our corporation here, we have partnered with Club NV, and we are bringing you some lovely show matches every single week on a weekly basis. And we got you covered tomorrow in 14 hours. So make sure you're there. Make sure you are available. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for our Club NV Showdown. Till then, hasta luego. Thanks for watching, everyone. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We have a YouTube channel where also all of our VODs are uploaded to YouTube immediately, at least our live stream VODs. And they are eventually cut up and uploaded to YouTube as well. So check out our YouTube channel if you're interested. Check out our Discord as well. A big shout out to both Maestro Slowbro in the chat, papi. Thank you so much for subscribing for 6 months. It's been a while. I know you've been busy with your IRL commitments. I know you haven't been as available recently, so thank you so much for the support, Slowbro, for 6 months in a row, half a year of support. And a big shout out to FaZe as well, for subscribing for the first time. Thank you, papi, thank you. We appreciate the support. Hope you've also been enjoying the content. If you are a subscriber, you can join our Discord, and we do give out replay packs. Replay packs are available to our subscribers, and you can also gain some behind-the-scene insights on some things that we do. So check us out over on Discord. Otherwise, thank you for watching. We appreciate the support, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, hasta luego. Bye. Hasta luego. Hasta luego.